Yo, welcome to the Hope and Healing Podcast, man. I'm DK, man. Make sure that y'all comment, like, and subscribe, man. We're gonna have good content for y'all today. I wanted to tell y'all a little bit about me today before we dive in, man. I'm from Enid, Oklahoma, raised in Edmond. Football is my first love, man. I played football in high school, also played in college. I played at NEO, A&M College, where I got a degree. I also played at UCO, where I'm also working on a degree currently. I have a 3-year-old son, so that's just a little bit about me. I got some more hosts here who want to introduce themselves today.
What's good? I'm Xavier Stockard, aka Big X. I'll tell you a little bit about myself too. I'm from Long Beach, California. Spend most of my time out here with my mom. My dad stays out in Cali. Just out here with my mom, raised my little sister best as possible. Played football my whole life. Played a little bit of college ball out in McPherson, Kansas, and then brought my butt back here and started to become a hard-working man. Now we're getting active, doing what we can to make shit shape.
Man, you know it's B. Gil.
Yo.
From Muskogee, raised in the city,
The G.
Edmond, but from the G. This is a podcast for mental health, and a lot of us been through that, especially us. Dealt with a lot of mental health issues, so we wanted to come up with a podcast and make it to where it's a place where we can be vulnerable and talk amongst ourselves, but also help others that are watching. So that's a little bit about what we doing.
Yeah, man, the big reason we wanted to start this, we just kind of wanted to be another outlet for people to be able to go to and know that you're not the only one that's going through whatever you're going through. Like he said, a lot of us have played college football, so we understand the whole college athlete scenario. I have a son, so we have a lot of different perspectives here. So, like he said, we wanted to give everybody another outlet, a place to be vulnerable. If you guys have any questions, don't ever be afraid to reach out. We have an email you guys can reach out to, and we also will read the comments. So, don't be afraid to reach out to any of us about anything.
First thing we're going to get into today is anxiety.
Episode 1.
On me, episode 1. Mainly because anxiety is something that damn near 90% of the world got. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple forms of anxiety.
So, can I ask you a question?
You good? We can cut.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I got a question for you, B. So, like anxiety, like what's your definition on that? Because I know everybody kind of has like a different way they get anxious, you know, if that makes sense. So, kind of, what's anxiety to you, if that makes sense?
Well, of course, everybody gonna have something different that makes them anxious. You know what I'm saying? Some people are comfortable in different things than other people. So for me, anxiety is just like I have social anxiety. So when I'm around a lot of people, I tend to get quiet. I shut down. I'm in my head. I'm overthinking. I get anxious. I no longer have confidence. I'm anxious. I'm worried, scared, whatever it may be, and don't even know, and won't even be knowing why. I just be, but that's, you know what I'm saying, social anxiety. That's really it.
So, like, when you first started noticing that it was anxiety and that you were getting anxious, how did you kind of pick up on that and know that something was wrong? You know, because I feel like a lot of people have it and they don't really know. You know what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So how did you kind of pick up that you were having issues with anxiety?
I mean, I was somebody that didn't know. Like, I was going through high school and stuff. My mom was noticing things and asking me questions. And, like, I even would tell her, like, nah, I wasn't feeling like this or that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, nah. But, like, as time went on, I was like, yeah, this is like what she's noticing, like I'm seeing it. And when I went to the doctor and they said they make you take like a test and do all this stuff and they can determine if you have anxiety or whatever and stuff like that, what type of anxiety, what makes you anxious. And the fact that I was quiet and not confident and stuff, like it was easy for me to get anxiety when it came to people looking at me. So like it affected a lot. That stuff can lead to a lot, like just.
Yeah, I feel you. So X, what's your definition of anxiety? When you hear the word anxiety, what comes to your mind, kind of?
So when I think of anxiety, in my definition, like Braden was saying, it's different for everybody. I wouldn't say I have a definition. You know, the type of anxiety that I deal with, I'd say is something to where I have a comparison problem, where I tend to compare myself to other things and other people, and make myself feel like I'm not at a good place in my life, and putting these people above me when they shouldn't, when they've probably done just as hard as work as I have, and they're enjoying the hard work they've put in. But what I'm seeing is that they got it with ease, and they're already doing well. They didn't have to go through all the stuff that we got to go through, and it just puts me in a bad spot. And I start worrying about who I'm going to be, what my future's going to look like. Will I ever accomplish what they've accomplished? And that shouldn't be the case at all, you know. So I don't know what type of anxiety that is. I also feel like I'm always being pulled in every direction, even with little things that shouldn't stress me out, and it stresses me out. Always feel like I don't have enough time in the day to accomplish everything I want to accomplish, and it worries me. I'm a natural worrier already, and I think with this anxiety on top of it, it makes it a little bit worse. But every day we pushing through it, man, and that's what it's about, man. You don't got to do this alone. You're not alone. Don't ever think you're alone. Everybody's going through this, whether they talk about it or not. And this is the whole point of this. Like we mentioned already, we want this to be a place for people to be vulnerable, talk about it, open up, so we can be here for each other. Because as you see, a lot of people are taking a different route, you know, and that's the route we don't want to see anymore. You know, people are here to help you. Just talk about it. People do care. We do care. You feel me?
Yeah, I love the way that you put that in perspective, and I love the way that you kind of interpret that. Like, for me personally, like, I'm not going to say I deal with anxiety as much, but I have encountered it, and I do go through it at times. Like, for me, like, when I'm anxious, it's more of, I get worried. Like, I'm really nervous. I'm really paranoid. I'm anxious. Like, it's almost like I don't know, like, what's finna happen. Like, I get a burst of fear. Like, I get really scared and really nervous, and, like, sometimes I'll start to sweat, like I'll get real hot. Oh, yeah. Like I'll have like full-blown anxiety attacks sometimes and not know why. And it's just, I mean, I get over it eventually, but it's just something that still sometimes I don't know what triggers it, but I go through it. Whenever I played sports, I would get it before games a lot. But I would get more like tired. It would come more in tiredness. Like I would sleep before every game because I would be so anxious before I would go play. And I would get out there and be fine. And I wouldn't be worried about anything. I know I'd go out there, do good, do my job, do what I'm supposed to do. But it's just the fact of uncertainty just kind of worries me. You know,
it's giving you like that mental fatigue before the game.
Yeah.
You was having that mental fatigue. It was all that worrying and goddamn tired your brain out.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about it from the time I wake up till game time, and like that's just kind of where I first started noticing it was in sports because it was every time, every week. So that's just kind of when I first started noticing it, and then I would kind of notice it in real life situations. Like whenever I had my son, you know, baby's crying. So, like, when there'd be moments when he'd cry and we couldn't figure out why, or maybe he's sick, we can't get him calmed down, like, stuff like that would make me real anxious, too. I'd get real nervous. I start to worry about, oh, well, maybe he's not okay. I get to overthinking everything. And so, like, that's just kind of how anxiety applies to me and kind of how it affects me in my everyday life. I definitely think it's something that you can get past. A big thing for me was I started going to church more and leaning on God whenever I was going through anxiety really bad. And that helped me out a lot, knowing that God was always there and that there was always someone I could lean on. So that kind of helped me a lot whenever I was going through my anxiety real bad. Because I went through it real bad in college, so it's kind of when I had the worst.
Like Xavier, I would say like what you was saying earlier, you was saying like you was comparing yourself and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's something like a lot of people do, you know? Definitely. And that's why people put boundaries with themselves, like they don't get on social media that much, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So like me, I don't get on if it's not positive, heavenly sent, hope and healing.
I don't even follow you.
I'm not even hearing that, you know what I'm saying? I'm blind to the fact.
For sure.
So when the only difference between you and somebody you seeing all you see in them is reaping the reward. It's because nobody sees the work you put in. So the only difference is you paying attention to them when you're not gonna see the work they put in behind the scenes, they're not watching you because they know they not gonna see the work you put in.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's just gonna see. Social media is a highlight tape.
Yep. You're exactly right.
I agree, bro.
But when I get on there, I try to make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though, like, I even try to post on there, you know, today I might not be my best, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You know. And
I can be, like I said, this is about being open and honest. There's a lot of changes I know I need to make. But with this anxiety, and it could just, you know, using my anxiety as an excuse, you know, you can't expect change if you're not willing to make it. And I'm in this point where I'm ready to make change. I still haven't taken that forward step yet. It's a journey.
It's a day by day.
Exactly. It's always going to be a process. Nobody said it was going to be easy. It's not an overnight thing at all. I've been so used to thinking negatively right off the bat. My every thought for so long was negative. Wouldn't even give myself a chance to have the confidence. And it started to affect little things. When I'm at work, if I need to make a call, man, my anxiety get ramping up because I'm so worried about how this phone call is going to go over something simple.
You already trying to plan out the phone call.
Exactly. I'm trying to plan it out and
see how it go. You got all these different ways in your head.
And nothing's gonna go as planned.
That's why you just gotta go. You just gotta live.
Life, bro. Life will never go 100% as planned. That's the whole thing
heal
about
myself
it.
back,
Like,
most definitely.
nothing's ever gonna go 100% as planned. So you gotta kind of learn how to get through the kinks and the bruises. So like the next question I was gonna ask you guys was like, whenever you guys are feeling anxious, how do you guys cope with that anxiety? Like, what do you do when you're anxious? Like, what are positive mechanisms that, like, you guys can give suggestions to the people that are going to see this, you know, to kind of help them? Because I know for me personally, like, if I'm feeling real anxious, the best thing for me is to maybe go work out. I like to play the video game. I may play the game. I may call my son. Just things that I enjoy like that, or little things I kind of do to help me get over that. So what are kind of some things you guys do to cope with your
For me,
anxiety?
It's physical activity. Because, like, even you know, like, you see me with my anxiety attacks. Like you said, getting hot. Like, nigga, I done got hot, sweaty. I was in his living room taking off my clothes. Like, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. So, like, the only thing that keeps me from getting to that point, first, you got to notice you having anxiety.
Yes,
second thing, you got to figure out how you can, because anxiety might come, but you got to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, get rid of it, shake it, change your mindset. You got to work on those things consistently. So, like, if I'm about to get anxious or I just got anxious, I'm like, all right, let me go do some physical activity before it get to that point. I don't want to be anxious and I'm like, oh, I'm finna go sit in front of the TV. Whether it's watching something or playing a game, if I'm sitting, I'm liable to think. I'm liable to think. Now I'm overthinking. I need to go to the gym. I need to go to the court. I need to go do something. You know what I'm saying? Go to the mall, like, just walk around, go do something. But I can't sit there because what I'm looking at, I won't even be paying attention to. I'm all in my thoughts.
All in your head. I feel that.
So I say physical activity.
I'm the same way, bro. That's like a lot of things I listed were physical activities. You know, it's just getting my eyes on something different scenery. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, bro, I just really love the gym. The gym makes me feel good, inside, outside. So if I'm feeling anxious or depressed or anything, like whenever I go to the gym, I always feel better. So like that's a big thing for me.
Cause the gym ain't just about your body for you. It's more like, I mean, that's, you want that, but you in there training your mind.
Yeah.
We in there dumbbells with my brain. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it helps mentally, just, and it releases certain things in your body that a lot of things don't. And then now I can come back from the gym and sit in front of the TV.
And do whatever I need to do and actually get it accomplished.
Exactly, because I'm no longer thinking like that.
But see, that's also a thing. Like, I also feel like a lot of my anxiety comes whenever I know I have stuff to do and it's not done. Like, if I know I woke up, I hit the gym, I went to work, I took care of all my fatherly duties. I got a video on my YouTube channel. By the way, make sure y'all subscribe. DK Reactions.
Yes,
I'll get a video on my YouTube channel, whatever the case may be. As long as I get all my productive stuff done, before I'm ready to lay around and chill, like, my anxiety's never as bad, but it's whenever I catch myself chilling, I'm like, man, I have this to do, this to do, this to do. Oh, I got to get this in for college. Oh, I got to do this for Kobe. Or, you know, it's just, you never know, you know what I'm saying? It's just, 100%. Whenever I'm sitting there and I realize I have other things to do, that's kind of when my anxiety kicks in a lot, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, basically, anxiety just causes negativity and overthinking.
Most definitely. I agree with that. I work a 9 to 5. We all work, you know, we all got main jobs, work every day. So most of my anxiety hits me while I'm at work. So it's hard for me to right then and there, you know, pick something to help me deal with my anxiety. Typically, if I do something, it's walk outside, look at the sky, take a big, deep breath, and tell myself, X, it's not as bad as you're making it seem. You know, if it can't kill you, it's going to make you stronger.
Facts.
You feel me?
Facts.
Talk your shit.
X, smile, man. You are okay. You are alive.
Talk your shit.
You know, life is not as bad as you're making it seem. You're putting so much weight on your own shoulders for no reason.
You young. You're in the process of trying to get, you know what I'm saying?
Figure out what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
Like,
some people already reached that point
exactly.
where it got them to successful right now at this age. We not everybody.
And that's what that comparison gets me. That's where that gets me. Like, how are they 23 and already got everything they need in life?
Their path was different.
Exactly. I got to understand my time is coming. I just got to be patient. Keep my head down.
Win your race.
Exactly. Win my race. That's beautiful.
The turtle always win the race.
Exactly.
It's not
you in your own lane.
It's not even about getting it the fastest, you know.
Exactly.
It's just about getting it when you get it. You gotta take your blessings as they come. You know what I'm saying? The journey may be long, but there's a lot of small things if you really look that you can celebrate along the way. So you can't get caught up in the big picture all the time.
Exactly.
There's little things to celebrate along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to come a time where you're going through a hard time, but you're going to look back. Like, I caught myself the other day. I was sitting there, and I'm like, damn, bro. Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, because me, I don't get on social media as much as I used to. I used to be a social media maniac. I was on social media 24/7, 25/8. All I did was get on social media. That's all I did was check my feed. So, like, me, a big thing, I had to get off social media. And ever since then, like, it's actually helped me a lot because, like, I don't catch myself really comparing to what other people's got going on. Like, I can really sit here, and I'm like, damn, I'm doing a good job. Like, I got a year left of college. I got my YouTube channel going. We got this podcast starting up. I'm working a full-time job. Like, I got a lot of good opportunities. I'm playing a lot of good things going for me. Exactly. But sometimes you get caught up in what everybody else has got going on, man. You see someone post, maybe they got their first house. And you don't got your first house yet. You're still staying in an apartment, you know? So maybe that may hit you a little different. Like, damn, why don't I have my first house? You know what I'm saying? But everybody's time's coming. You just gotta stay in your lane. You don't know what they went through to get that house. Exactly. You don't know where they come from. You don't know what they do have and what they don't have. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they rented that house and maybe they can't even really afford that house. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really worry about what's on other people's plate. You just kind of gotta take things day by day and see the good in everything that you do.
100%.
Opportunities pop up for everybody at different times. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just gotta go.
And if you look at it, we're 22, 23. And we're doing a lot better than most people our age, if not older. There's a lot of people our age who, you know, haven't accomplished what we've accomplished as young men. And there's a lot of people that are older than us that still haven't accomplished what we've accomplished as young men. So if we keep pushing the way we're pushing and just get the mental right and attack everything we want in life, we going to get what we deserve. Like you said, it's about winning our own race.
And it's about the small wins, like Demarie said. Like, I just posted on Instagram the other day, like, I know I'm already winning. Like, I'm already doing what I wanted to do. I might not be profiting yet or, you know what I'm saying? The big shit, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But the dreams are in your face.
It's right here.
It's right
and I'm
there.
on that path. Like, you got to start somewhere. I've always been a person that couldn't get started because when I got prepared and got all the way to that point, I no longer trusted myself or the plan. I didn't trust anything. I got anxious. I got worried. And then when I didn't do it, now I'm depressed because I know I should have did it. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like it's too late now. So now I'm an overthinker. So now the fact that it's too late, now I'm lingering on that. I should be like, it's too late, it's in the past.
Let me go forward.
Let me get the next one. I'll murder it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I'm lingering. So it's just like, that's why you gotta just take the small wins. We in an apartment. Mm-hmm. There's niggas out there that ain't even got a crib.
Period.
Exactly.
So you gotta take the blessings as they come.
It is what it is. If people are succeeding very well and are wealthy and they're just, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between confidence and bragging and all that.
Most definitely.
Like.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's just who they are. Like, it is what it is. You can't let those people affect you. And some of those people are on social media, and that's why you can't always believe what you see. Looks can be deceiving.
Because they possibly not even happy.
They might not even have all that.
Exactly.
Nigga could be in a rented car. Nigga could be in a...
That's why you can't idolize social media, man. That's why
somebody else's
and that's
stuff.
a problem, and I think that's something a lot of our generation does.
Yeah, we got people out here idolizing rappers and looking up to the wrong people. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5,
at
despite
all.
what people think. And I guess you can call me a hypocrite right there, because I do not want to work a 9 to 5. I would love to work for myself, control my own hours and chase the things I want to do. If you want something, go get it. Don't wait. Like, turn around and see what's behind us. Stop saying tomorrow.
Stop doing it.
Go get it. Go get it today.
Yeah, bro, that's really my whole big thing is like, I just feel like as long as you're always trying to do better for yourself, better's gonna come. So you just gotta keep on keeping. Like, you can't let the anxiety stop you. You can't let, you gotta be strong mentally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, whenever you can control your thoughts and what's in your brain, it's only gonna make you that much sharper as a person. So like for me, when I wake up every day, that's the first thing I try to do is control my thoughts and what's going on in my brain. For me, like personally, what helped me is I started waking up earlier. I realized, we got 24 hours. Everybody has the same amount of time in the day.
And
We all wake up we all got 24 hours.
You don't get that time back.
How are you using your time?
Exactly.
Are you getting your 8 hours of sleep at night? Then are you being productive when you're up? Or are you sleeping for 10 to 12 hours a day and then waking up and being lazy and then wondering why you weren't at your goals? You know what I'm saying? It's just...
And when you get up, like you said, like what you doing when you first get up, that's gonna dictate how you feel and how the rest of your day go. You shouldn't be getting up, jumping on social media. Like for you, if you noticing that comparing is a problem, the first thing you should not do is get on social media.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like
100%.
when you get up, like when I get up, I shouldn't get on social media because I have that issue sometimes, but it ain't like, I also got that like I don't give a fuck. Like I know what I'm on. So sometimes when like that's kicked in, like I'm not really worried. I can be on social media, but like when I get up in the morning, I know like I go lift in the middle of the morning, sundown.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it.
Come back, get a little bit more rest. When I get up, I'll do my Devo, read a little bit of the word, get some positivity, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And if I play music, sometimes I just play the K-Love radio, because if I play like that rap and stuff, you know what I'm saying? If some sad shit come on or something, I'm back to square one, Now my day already fucked and I ain't even got in the car yet. So,
no, I definitely feel that because like what you was saying, like on the social media thing, like that's one of the main reasons like why I got off is because that was really affecting my anxiety. I was doing a lot of that comparing and like for me, like I played 2 years at a junior college. I got my AA from there, and then I played a year at UCO. I didn't really like the situation that was going on there, so I left. And so like for me, it was kind of hard finding an identity outside of sports. Cause like everybody's always known me for football, and so for me, I struggled like finding my identity outside of football. Like everybody always knew me. I'm good at football. I was first district all conference in high school, first team all conference as a freshman. I did my thing at JUCO, so everywhere I went, I did good. And so like everybody just always kind of knew me for football. So for me, it was kind of hard finding that identity outside of football. And it was hard for me to realize I was more than just a football player.
Oh, yeah.
That I was a son, a brother, a father. Like, I have a lot more roles outside of being a football player. And so once I kind of realized that, and I got off social media and kind of got my thoughts right, and kind of was able to sit down and realize what I really wanted to do. I know that I want to go to school, finish this last year, get my bachelor's. Once I kind of lined up all my goals and stuff, I realized, what I needed to do, and I've just been taking steps forward every day. And it's kind of been helping me, get rid of that anxiety slowly because I can kind of feel myself growing into a person outside of sports.
Exactly.
And so, like, for me, anxiety kind of comes from just uncertainty, just not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing the outcome. It's kind of where that comes for me. Is kind of what I've realized. Like, I used to always have it at the beginning of football games, track meets, just not knowing what's going to happen in the end is kind of what brings me anxiety. So I just try to take things day by day, do what I know what I need to do at the beginning of the day, and just take it step by step and just try to win my race for me.
100%.
Everybody has their own race. My race may be longer than the person's next to mine. You never know. But I'm just trying to win my race at my pace and make sure that I stay right mentally in the process.
100%.
You doing your shit.
Man.
You on your shit. For real.
Trying to be, bro.
You on your shit.
Trying to get right, bro.
And
I see it. It's cool. I'll remind you.
I want to jump in a little bit on that situation of, life outside of being an athlete. Because I know when you did make that decision to jump out of school, and pay more attention to finding your future, taking care of your son. But I know when you decided to drop out of school, that was probably the hardest thing in the world to do. You probably didn't tell anybody. I definitely didn't know about it till probably a month later, and I wasn't mad at all. I understand that. When I dropped out, I didn't tell nobody. I felt like I let everybody down. I don't know if that was the same feeling you had. So I definitely understood when you were trying to figure all that, what you were talking about, saying figuring out life outside of being an athlete. And it's not easy. That's all we did growing up, sports. From the age of 4 to the age of 20, 22, football, lacrosse. That's all we did. So when
that's all I knew.
Exactly. So when you get out of sports and all that love is gone. The same people that loved you for being a football player, when we decide not to be an athlete no more, that same love that you get is no longer there. And for me, I don't know about DK, but for me, I felt that. I was like, the love's no longer there. Nobody treats me like an athlete anymore. Nobody,
Like, for me,
just little things, man.
see, I know how it is, because, like, when I was in high school, I had moved out of my mom's, you know what I'm saying? I had already decided I wasn't going to play lacrosse in college, because, like, I just seen, like, how, like, my mom struggled and shit like that, so it was just like, what was the best thing I could do for us? I always thought about us. It wasn't like a me thing, you know what I'm saying? And, like, you got people in your family telling you too young to think about this and that, like, you gotta do you, like, it's hard when it come to, like, you know what I'm saying, like a parent or somebody you living with, like, you gotta go do something different. That's how you thinking. So, like, I remember, like, I already decided I wasn't going. I had already moved out, and I was living with Jerry and shit like that. And then every day I was going to work and coming home and just being depressed, dealing with anxiety, like, all day. Couldn't, like, figure out what was up with me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
That's crazy, because I kind of went through that same thing, like...
And that was when I wasn't in the sport no more. So then I ended up calling a coach and going to Indiana because I thought that would take all that away. And then when I got to Indiana, it just really got worse. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It cooled down for a little bit because I was basically, it was a facade. Like, I was riding the high. I was riding the wave, you feel me?
Yeah.
And then when shit got tough in my mind, that's when shit was falling out with my actions. I wasn't going back to class. That's the same shit I was dealing with in high school.
Yep.
Wasn't going to class. Doing this, doing that. Sleeping all day, pissed off all day, breaking shit, looking in the mirror, screaming at my shit, don't know what's going on. And then it's just a lot. But there's people that was showing love. Like, I had teammates showing love. Like, I had relationships with almost everybody with the class I was with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but, like, in the coach, but it's just like, I feel like in that moment, it was hard for them to see what was really going on, you know?
It's hard.
It was like, come down here, like, just practice and get it, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get over it, you gonna do this, you gonna forget about it. And it was like, I was already past that point. Like, I used lacrosse too long. Like, I was already past it. Lacrosse could not save me. It was just that simple.
Facts,
for
bro.
me.
I've been in a situation kind of like that because it was, the same thing for me. Like, I was recruited in high school. I was one of the top 100 players in the state. All that good stuff. All that good stuff. And so, like, I had 15 to 20 schools I could have picked from. You know what I'm saying? I had 15 to 20 scholarships. And so, like, for me, I was kind of going through depression and stuff already. And so, like, I decided not to go. I walked away from all the scholarships. I got an apartment with my friends. I was just working, doing me. And it wasn't really until I sat there and I found out my son was going to be born where I made a decision to go back and go to college and actually play football and pursue those dreams because he kind of encouraged me and influenced me. He kind of saved me from myself, if you want me to be honest. It's just that anxiety I had whenever I found out that he was on the way and being unsure on how I was going to provide for him, it scared me. And I decided to go back. And that's kind of the reason why I decided to jump back into schools, just so I can kind of show him that, it's not okay to give up on your dreams. No matter what you go through mentally, physically, there's always a way to get to where you want to go. And for me, it was always more about graduating college than all the football aspirations. I'm 5'8". I knew that there was always a slim chance of me going to the league, and so like for me, it was just always about graduating. No one in my family has graduated besides my uncle, and I have a cousin who's the same age as me. She actually just graduated, and so for me, it's always been about finishing college. And like I said, I have a year left. I'm going back in January to finish that here in a couple weeks, and so like it's just like I said, uncertainty is what gives me that anxiety, and so like. I could kind of relate to what he was saying when he was saying he didn't want to go at first, and then he decided he wanted to go back, and he was anxious going through stuff at school. Like, I felt that because I went through all that same stuff. And so that just kind of hit real home for me, and I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit.
No, most definitely.
I just feel... Go ahead.
I can get real honest again, about my problems. I have no problem, opening up here. A lot of things that I think will fix my anxiety that won't. Like one of them, being lonely, thinking I need a female for me to accomplish this or to have the confidence I need to go accomplish everything else. No, it's not about that. Get in my own bag. Stop worrying about that. That'll come with the progress in the future. See, I'm worried about the wrong things that I think will push me forward that I have no need to be thinking about right now.
You gotta be able to take care of yourself before
Exactly.
you can take care of somebody else.
I can't love somebody else if I don't love myself.
Facts.
And one thing that I know I need to do is get closer to God. I feel like God is, X, I need you to love me first. I need you to put faith into me. I need you
Amen.
to trust me, and I will give you everything that you are wanting.
Amen.
He talking that talk.
God is the root of all good, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. I know the changes I need to make. I'm not making them. And I feel like a lot of people are probably going through that. And it's always good to talk to people. Like, these are my dogs. These are one of the first two people that I told I was having problems to. And they'll give me the feedback I need. X, you got to do this. You need to do this. We got you. X, talk. You all good? How was your day? They really helped me a lot when it comes to opening up and really attacking my problems and figuring out what I need to get done. And I know for a fact, with these two people behind me, I'm going to be able to accomplish everything that I got in store for myself with confidence through them to me, within confidence to myself, if that makes sense.
When it comes to, like, how you think about, I need a girl, like, at the end of the day, like, a human is a human. Exactly. So, like, you're not out here begging for a dude to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, if real niggas come, real niggas come.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so you need to stay on your shit. And when somebody notice who you are and your character and what you all about, you know what I'm saying, 100%. Your morals, your principles, then they'll pursue you. But you're at a point where you need to pursue what's best for you.
I'm worried about the outside.
The rest gonna come.
Yeah, you don't want to get too persistent chasing something, and then
you don't want to do that.
Not be exactly what you're looking for, and you get let down because that may send you into a deeper pit than you were already in. You know what I'm saying? So building a foundation with a female, that's something that takes time, and that's something that's gonna come with time. And I'm a person who I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in love. I got an old school heart. So it's like at the end of the day, bro, I believe like there's a person out there for everybody. So like, I think the right person's gonna come around for everybody, but it's gonna come on God's timing, not your timing. So like in the meantime, bro, you just gotta do you, bro. Take the wins as they come, bro, and just keep taking that little step every day. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
To get better.
You gotta love yourself,
and that's something I'm working on.
And like, Jesus. If somebody, you know what I'm saying?
100% you can.
This is why you lean on God, because He say like, if you lean on Him, like everything else gonna fall into place. You know what I'm saying? Like He know what you need. Like 100%. He know what's up.
100%.
He know what you know.
Do not lean on thy own understanding.
Boy.
Ooh.
And so, and walk by faith, not by sight.
100%.
It's a lot of things we're trying to see, and we can't even get there to accomplish things and get that reward or see it through because we're already trying to do that ahead of time. We're already skipping steps. You know what I'm saying? We're already sitting back worrying instead of, okay, I sat back, I got my plan, now I got to get up and get the shit in motion. You see what I'm saying?
That's facts, bro.
There's nothing wrong with sitting down, getting your shit in and getting your plan together. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get up and put your shit in motion. No motion, you're not going
Because a lot of people say they got that faith, 100%. Bro, but like, faith is believing in what you can't see.
100%.
So like, if you chasing something, you can't see the ending, you can't see the outcome, you can't see the finish line, and you still chasing it, you got faith in what you're doing.
You got faith.
You stand
but there's a lot of people out there who say they got faith in something, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't really got faith. They still got that big doubt in the back of their mind that nothing's going to work out, you know what I'm saying? And as long as you move around with that mindset, things might not fall into place. But if you got that good positive mindset that everything's going to work out, you know what I'm saying? You're doing what you're supposed to do daily, chipping away at your goals. There's a good chance stuff might work out for you, bro. But that's just something you gotta work on, bro. It just takes mental toughness to get to where you want to be in life.
And you gotta notice it and believe it yourself. Somebody can tell you it takes time. It does, but if you once they walk out the room, you get back to tripping. You don't have no faith at all. You literally aren't even believing it yourself. So you just gotta, once you get to that believing and knowing, it takes time. Doesn't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put the work in. You gotta put the work in, and you just gotta keep going. And when it comes to people being in your life, like, don't chase nobody. If there's somebody that can show you a different way of life or you can learn something, then they'll be in your life and you will learn a lot. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's something that you don't force because that's something that's just going to go with the flow and you never know what that, you know what I'm saying, what the end going to be. You just going.
Yes, sir.
You don't want to always try to see it through. You don't want to always like, I want to say it like that. I want to say it like that. But you don't want to always like, you know what I'm saying, overthink about it too much.
See, and that's my issue. And that's kind of what I was saying. Remember I was telling you that it was the uncertainty that gives me anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
So I truly have to have that faith for me not to get anxious. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I'm anxious, that's when I have to check myself. Like, dang, do I really have faith in what I'm doing? Like, what am I tripping for? Like, I'm doing all the right stuff. Like, what's making me anxious?
And that comes from you've had faith before and something didn't go your way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you no longer want to feel like that. Like, nigga, how could I have faith, put the work in, and it still don't work? And that's what they say do. I'm telling you.
And I hope that y'all can see, you know, all three of us were not perfect.
Never have. Hey, Jesus was the only one that was perfect.
You feel me? I hope y'all see that we haven't figured it out yet. You know, this isn't about us telling you what you need to do because we're still trying to figure it out ourselves. It's all about showing you that it's okay to sit down and talk about it, be open and vulnerable, and do it with the people you love. Find people that you know will listen, people that will talk to you, people that are going through the same things. You know, yes. Find your people.
That's the best therapy right there, bro.
And keep it real with your people.
Having a circle like this of people I know I can hit up, like if I'm going through something, like, that's the best thing to have, because there was a long time I was going through by myself, and a lot of anxiety and stuff weighed on me, turned into depression. I was holding a lot of stuff in. Like, I didn't have nobody to really talk to or release it out to, so I just feel like having an outlet or someone you can talk to or articulate your feelings to, I feel like that helps a lot, definitely, in the long run, for sure. Not holding that stuff on your brain.
Especially as men, where this world has, what's the word I'm looking for? the world has made it seem like it's not okay for men to hurt openly. You know, what we've seen is men always supposed to, you know, tuck it in, keep pushing. And yeah, we do. We do. But at times we're human. You can't just sit here quietly and let the world just sit on your shoulders and think it's eventually gonna be okay. No, talk it out. Get that weight off your shoulders.
Talk your shit.
So you can breathe, so you can move on, so you can go accomplish the things you want to accomplish. Find your own backbone.
Talk your
I
shit.
feel what you're saying, bro.
Because the more you hold it in, at that point, it's you versus you. You in your own way.
Facts.
You in your own way.
You your toughest
And
opponent.
when you get in that place where you battling shit like that, you get to blaming other things. So you don't even realize you're in your own way. And it just get deeper and deeper. Now you depressed. It's just a whole lot of shit. And you just...
I like what you said, X. Like, our
That nigga
generation
going
kind of...
crazy, X.
Our generation has kind of made it seem like...
Crazy.
If you're a man and you have feelings or feeling some type of way, you're soft. Or... I like the way that he put that because that's the truth, bro. A lot of men are really afraid to come out and talk about what they're going through because of how they look to the outsiders or people on the other side, bro. You're not soft for having feelings, bro. I guarantee you that person making fun of you has feelings too, and that's probably the reason why they're making fun of you. So it's just like, as a man, bro, it takes a man to come out and really say how he's feeling. So like, to me, bro, you can't let this is another thing is a lot of stuff is leading back to social media. You can't let the way stuff goes on social media and the way that our generation has made it seem like you're soft for having feelings. You can't let it be like that because that's not the way it is, bro.
I got on there and let my feelings out. I spilled my beans because up until then, like, I wasn't talking about it. Like, only like a couple people knew, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was just, and like the more I talked about it with you, or like, I don't even know who else, but my mom didn't even know. But the more we talked about it, the more we chatted, it was just like, it made me feel better. So it was like, if I could tell somebody else, like, you know what I'm saying, this is what I've been through, and if you can do these things that you like and you love, you know what I'm saying, and focus on that, and focus on the little things, like, you can get better. But like y'all say, like, society has made it to where if you do that, that's feminine activity.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just
But
like,
really, all you do at the end of the day, bro, is give your testimony to someone
That's it.
else who may be going through the same thing.
That's it.
You might be saving someone with the words
Exactly.
that you're saying.
Yeah,
You never
exactly.
know
I'm
what people
already
are going
knowing.
through. Like, that's why you always gotta be kind to everybody because you can't see what they're going through on the inside, and so it's just like,
Check on your people.
check on your people.
even somebody that would probably in person be like,
Happy.
what?
You just-
If they see what you said and stuff, you know what I'm saying, you might have helped them. Like, damn, I don't have to be like this. You feel me?
Facts, and that's
So it's
kind of
just
like what we're here for, bro. Like, this is a podcast where we're on here to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And give everybody an outlet. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? For that vulnerability. Like, as men, a lot of men don't have nowhere to go for that. So like, this is a place where we want everybody to be vulnerable, comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the whole purpose for this podcast. Spread that positivity, that love, support, and we wanted you guys to have, you know, our testimony and let you guys know that there are other people who are going through things that you may be going through as well.
And we gonna put our email in the description. So if people want to chat, talk about whatever anonymously, like, we can do that. Like, it's open.
You will not be judged.
25-8.
And
Oh no, it's all love.
All love, all the time. I promise you. We promise you.
For sure, man. Y'all have to make sure that y'all check in with us next week, man. We got another episode coming for y'all. Episode 2 is going to be depression. You don't want to miss that. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe, man. Make sure you follow us on social media. Like he said, we'll have that link in the description for you guys. We appreciate y'all checking out the podcast. We out of here.
Out of here.
Outta
It'll be great.
Y'all chase y'all dreams. We gone.
Cop you some heavenly scent gear. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Check my niggas out.
Fearless.
Check my
You feel
niggas
me?
out.
Fearless.
Hey.
Be fearless. Chase what you
Check
want to
'em.
chase.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all follow my YouTube channel, DK Reactions, man. I got a lot of good content on there
Show
for
love.
y'all. Man, make sure y'all follow the IG at DKane, Kane with 2 E's, and make sure you follow the Twitter at DeMaria Kane.
Y'all
Show
good night.
love.